Hey YouTube, it's Casey Dim at TaxSaleAcademy.com. Thank you so much for joining me as I record this episode for the Tax Sale Podcast. If you do enjoy podcasts, check us out, TaxSalePodcast.com. But if you prefer to watch us as we record this episode on our YouTube channel, that's perfect with me as well. Just do me a favor, click that thumbs up button. That way you know that you enjoy these training videos. And also make sure you subscribe to our channel. That way you don't miss out on future training videos. All right, let's go ahead and switch on over to the audio portion right now. Welcome to the Tax Sale Podcast, where tax sale investing is made easy. My name is Casey Dim, and I'm a tax sale veteran, the author of the Tax Sale Playbook, founder of the Tax Sale Academy. I am the leading tax sale expert and trainer, and I'm also your host right here on the Tax Sale Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me on today's podcast. This podcast is provided completely free to help teach you about investing in tax-sheltered real estate, including tax liens and tax deeds, and is made possible through and because of the Tax Sale Academy. If you are looking to learn more about investing in tax-sheltered real estate in a comprehensive, step-by-step basis, then head on over to TaxSaleAcademy.com and click on Join. Again, that's TaxSaleAcademy.com and click on Join. In the past, I've talked about beating your competition. If you have not yet heard any of those episodes, be sure to check out episode number 57. It's titled Beating Deep-Pocketed Tax Sale Buyers. That's one of our most popular episodes on how to overcome competition. But in today's episode, I'm going to give you a few more tactics to help you work around that competition, because it is such a common issue amongst beginners. And a lot of it is the mindset and the way you're approaching things, but we'll get into those details momentarily. I want you to understand that if you're having a problem with properties selling for too much, you must know how to approach that problem. I've had people that actually have argued with me because properties are selling for too much money. They say every single tax sale property just sells for way too much money. My response, of course they do. Sometimes properties do sell for too much money. But if you utilize the correct tactics, if you have the right strategies, there are lots and lots of ways around this. There's always going to be ways around it. Now, if you're dead set in your beliefs that properties just sell for too much money, and you know it for fact, then get out of this business. That is a scarcity mindset, and it will not take you far at all as a tax sale investor. The reality is there are over 3,000 properties sold daily through the tax foreclosure system. Yes, some of these properties sell for too much money. That's because people bid the prices up and there's so much competition. But a large number of these properties sell far, far below market value. You just have to approach it correctly. Well, let's go over 5 ways to work around your competition. The first one is to outwork them. Simply put, people are lazy, extremely lazy. They want properties to fall into their laps. And this actually describes a good percentage of the tax sale investors that are out there. They stumble upon a property here or there. They make a few $1,000s every year, and that's about it. This is a business that takes effort to be profitable and to grow. Now, obviously, there are many techniques, there's many strategies, many tactics that will contribute to your success in this business, and that will also help you shortcut the road to that success. But everything in this business takes work. It takes effort. Now, let me give you a glimpse into a little bit of what I've seen over and over and over again. Now, I've created an incredible academy that lays out the step-by-step process. It's detailed, it's comprehensive, it's actionable, and it's easy to follow. Now, on the technology side, when I look inside the Tax Sale Academy, what I can see is all the member activities, the number of logins, the pages that are viewed, how many minutes they spent on those pages, all that kind of stuff, all the analytical type stuff. Now, I receive success stories from former Academy members and current Academy members on a near daily basis. The one thing that 99% of these stories have in common, when I go and I research that member in my database, I can tell you those are the same people that go to every single page, they ask the questions, they send the email, they put in work when it comes to learning this business. And that same work, that same effort, then translates to their investment business. This is not a business where you can just browse the internet for a few minutes and make millions of dollars. This is a real business that requires real effort. Effort matters. Next one, go to more auctions. The single biggest reason for my tax sale success is because of the number of properties that I have seen get auctioned off. I couldn't even begin to guess how many properties I've seen get sold through the tax foreclosure system. Probably billions and billions and billions of dollars worth. Now, I'll put it to you this way. If you attend an auction every single day, you will be successful in this business. You will find those properties that are extremely cheap. You will win those needle in a haystack type properties. You'll get those insane home run deals, and you'll get as many of those, in quote, solid deals where you stand to make a good little chunk of change that you can afford. As much as you can afford, you can get those, okay? That's if you go to an auction every single day. Of course, we can't all do this, right? But if you get your head around the fact that it's a numbers game, you're going to be a step ahead of everybody else. Make it a point to see as many properties get auctioned off as possible. Go to every single auction that you can. Be there as much as you can. If you've attended less than, say, 5 or 10 auctions and you're complaining about not getting good deals, then you've completely overlooked this step and you're kind of unrealistic in your expectations. Be there. Be at the auctions. And be ready to watch as many properties as possible get sold. Of course, this goes back to that first step. Yes, it does require effort. There is no way around putting forth that effort. But if you're willing to put forth that effort and you go to lots and lots and lots of auctions and you see lots of properties get sold, you will be successful. Next one, go where it is difficult. Easy usually is not profitable in this business. The absolute hardest place to invest might be the most profitable for you. The reason is that it beats your competition out. A lot of people will start their tax sale careers by choosing an area that's large and incredibly easy to invest in. One of the areas where you can go online and get 85 property photos, where you can register, bid, pay online, where you have title information, comparable sales data, and every single piece of information at your fingertips within seconds. That's what everybody wants because it's easy. So just as you can get your hands on that information without any effort, so can every single other investor in that county, in that state, in the United States, and in the world. So you're competing against all those people that are lazy, right? The people that want the easy stuff. Now, if you can make money on that, fantastic. Go forth with it. But understand, if you approach it on the extreme opposite end of things, where you must drive to a town, walk inside the county courthouse and ask the clerk if you can get a tax sale list, then you go down and you actually have to review paper documents inside the courthouse in order to learn what those properties are, and then you have to bid in person and pay in cash, your competition is going to be pretty minimal just because there's such a high barrier to entry, because it requires a lot of effort. You can make everything as easy as you want, or you can limit your competition. But typically, you can't do both. You can't go the easy route and limit your competition because, again, everybody wants easy. Another one, change strategies. Your strategy of buying the typical single-family home with that cute little white picket fence is not all that out of the ordinary. In fact, every single person at that auction wants that same property. If you can do that and you can make money, more power to you again. But it's often beneficial to take another angle. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go crazy, but perhaps you should consider thinking outside the box just a little bit. The most successful tax sale investors that I know all do it just a little bit different. They do it their own way. They have their own little spin on it. Perhaps they buy rundown properties and they're a slumlord. Maybe they buy lots and they work out a deal with a builder or a mobile home dealer to resell those lots as packages. Maybe they're investing borrowed funds and they're taking a spread off their margins. Perhaps they buy with the intentions to make their profits when they resell with some sort of high percentage owner financing. There are so many different approaches that you can take in this business that will prove much more beneficial than your typical approach, and it will allow you to work around your competition. And the last one, patience. I know this probably isn't what you want to hear, neither do I, but it's extremely important that both new investors and veteran investors understand this. I've been in this business for 17 years now, and I routinely have times where I have to remind myself, be patient, Casey. If you're new to this business, just understand that. It takes time. It is a business. Put it this way. If one of your friends decides to open a restaurant and comes to you after 1 week complaining because they are not making thousands of dollars every evening, you would probably tell them, relax, be patient. It's ridiculous to think that you can walk into this business and hit immediate success. People have contacted me after 1 week in this business complaining that they went to an auction or maybe 2 auctions and they're not making any money yet. 1 week, that's absolutely ludicrous. And it also shows a lack of maturity and understanding of the process. Be patient and wait for that opportunity. Now, obviously, as you're being patient, as you're waiting for that right opportunity, you're learning, you're researching, you're growing, and you're developing as a tax sale investor. It's not wasted time in the least bit, so don't think that for 1 second. But understand that patience is an absolute virtue and a must-have in this business. Hopefully, these 5 ways to work around your competition has helped you out. Again, they are outworking them. Go to more auctions, go where it's difficult, change strategies, and be patient. As we discussed, these are just a few of the things that factor into beating your competition while becoming a profitable, efficient tax sale investor with a rapidly growing tax sale business. Now, we've got other episodes on this podcast that can certainly help you out as well, but if you'd like to get the comprehensive step-by-step training that we offer, just head on over to taxsaleacademy.com and click on join. Again, that's taxsaleacademy.com and click on join. There's a link down below in the show notes. That's it for today's podcast episode. If you do enjoy this podcast, please take just a few seconds out of your day to leave us a positive feedback, comment, and a 5-star rating on whatever podcasting platform you are listening to us on. We truly appreciate you guys that have taken the time to do that already. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.